What's up, guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Batman, the 1966 movie with Adam West and Burt Ward. Now, I know a lot of you who are big fans of this movie and of course its cast and even the television show would like to know how much did they make during the course of this movie. And I will tell you, pretty much everyone who is in this movie, who's of course a major or minor role, I won't go into every single person in the movie, but you get the idea, most of the people who at least mattered to the movie in itself. Now, I have made a salaries video of I Love Lucy and how much Ricky and Lucy make. That's a unique video, as well as supporting actors like Fred, Ethel, and the supporting cast, Carolyn Appleby, and so forth. I also made another one on Batman and Season 1 in terms of how much they made on the TV show, plus the villain. So go ahead and check those out. I leave links to both of those in the description. The way to keep a channel like this afloat is to subscribe and hit that like button, completely free, and it's a great way to support me and the work that I do. I'm also going to let you know something that's really cool that I found out during the course of this research, and that is who is the voice, who is the narrator to, of course, the movie and the TV show. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised because he is, after all, uncredited. Now let's begin with a scene where we have the security council and all the delegates around the table. Now, no matter who it was, all of these individuals were paid $250 in 1966 money. That comes out to $2,018.55 in 2019 money. Now, the man who plays the president, the US president, it's only the voice of this individual. He was also given $250 for his short role. Now, moving on up to people that had a little bit more of a prominent role in the movie, we start with Reginald Denny. Now, Reginald Denny played Commodore Schmidlap in the movie. He made $1,500 for the movie. That comes out to $12,111.27 in 2019 money. What do you think? Did he make enough for his role? Now, I'm not going to pronounce this name correctly. That is the person he played. Now, he was played by Milton Frome. Now, he played the character of Vice Admiral. Now, his last name is Fang Schleister. I hope I said that correctly. He made $500 for his movie appearance. That converts to $4,037.09 in 2019 money. Now, moving on forward to these three individuals. Now, first, let's start with George Sawaya. Now, he played Quetch. Then we have Dick Crockett playing Morgan, and then we have Gil Perkins playing Bluebeard. These are, of course, names that are given to henchmen or assistants to the villain. Now, what's really interesting is that they have different salaries and fairly different amounts. Yes, I guess it has to do with on-air time and so forth, but you have more of an idea of why there's such a discrepancy. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, George as Quetch made $2,000. Dick made $2,400, so $400 increase, and Gil Perkins made pretty much double what the other two made at $4,000. This is all 1966 money. Now, with George, Dick, and Gil, as I mentioned, George made $16,148.36, 2019 money. Dick as Morgan made $19,378.04, and finally Gil Perkins as Bluebeard, making, as I said, almost double the other gentleman, $32,296.73. Wow, Gil Perkins, that's a pretty nice paycheck for appearing in a movie. 32 grand isn't that bad. I mean, I'd definitely take it. How about you? Now, I definitely draw an invisible line here between all of the people that I mentioned previously, because these are all quote-unquote minor roles. Nothing in terms of big name, no villains, no one that is super important to the script unto itself. And now we're moving on to the major characters that premiered or that were on the movie that we really want to focus on. And we're going to focus on now Lee Meriwether. She was one of the three actresses who played Catwoman, but in the movie she was the one who played her. She received 1966 money, $10,000. Fairly good amount, I would say, but as we compare him to the other villains, I wanted you to let me know what you think, which would come out to $80,741.82. Wow, she almost made $100,000 for this role. Now, moving on to Frank Gorshin. I absolutely love Frank Gorshin as the Riddler. What's interesting about him is that he is villainous role was pretty prominent in this movie, so the amount that he got is pretty surprising. He made $12,000 for this movie. Not too different from Lee Meriwether. Yes, he made a bit more, but on par with her. That would be a $96,890.19 check for him. Like I said, almost $100,000, not that bad. Now, this one definitely surprised me. Let you know if it did surprise you. Burgess Meredith. He was amazing as a Penguin. I think most of you would agree. But here's what, to me, blew my mind. He made $35,000 in 1966 money. That is impressive because in today's, comparing it to what we would make today, that would be a $282,000, $596.38 check. Wow, that is a complete jump from the other two villains. I wouldn't even make him as the titular villain. I guess maybe they did in terms of payment, because that's what we're seeing. But that's really impressive, because now we look at Cesar Romero, who of course played the Joker. Fantastic. You would even think maybe he is titular in terms of his villainous role. Well, he only made $16,000 for this role. Now, again, that's nothing to bark at, but compared to Burgess, I think there's a big discrepancy there. That is $129,186.92 check for Romero, which again is nothing to scoff at. But again, compared to Meredith, that is almost half. Very, very interesting. Now moving on to the good guys and gals. I think you'll really enjoy listening to all of these actors and what they made. Starting on with Manche Blake. Now she, of course, played Aunt Harriet in the movie. Now what's really interesting about her, she is female. She is fairly older than a lot of the cast members, but she made $1,250 in 1966 money. That is today a $10,092.73. I would highly suggest, if you haven't seen the salaries from season 1, to go and compare them to see how much they made for each episode, to see if there's a big discrepancy for you, and come back and let me know what you think. Now, going on to Stafford Rep, of course, the chief of police. Very interesting payment here, $3,300. That is $26,644.80 in 2019 money. Very interesting because he did pretty much play a prominent role along with Commissioner Gordon. Now, Commissioner Gordon, speaking of him, played by the amazing Neil Hamilton. He was paid $4,400. Now, that's, of course, an $1,100 difference, but in today's money, $4,400 comes out to $35,526.40. And now to the amazing Alfred, pretty much the foundation of Batman and Robin and their dynamic duo. He was the one who supported them in everything that they did. He made the actor Alan Napier $3,750. Very interesting. He made more than Stafford Rep, but less than Neil Hamilton, and a lot more, of course, than Manche Blake, more than 3 times what she made. So it's very interesting to look at that. That comes out to, in 2019 valuation, to $30,278.18 for Alan Napier. Now we're going to draw another invisible line going to the dynamic duo themselves. Let's start with Boy Wonder. Notice that he was under 20 years old when he started playing the role of Robin. So to be able to make this amount of money for him was a big, big deal. Now, Burt Ward made $35,000 in 1966. Now, you may have heard this figure before. That's the exact same amount that Burgess Meredith made playing the Penguin, which I mentioned earlier. That comes out to $282,596.38 in 2019 valuation. Now, what's again very interesting about that is that I guess the top tier villain made the same amount as the second in command or as the co-star of the show. That's very, very interesting. Now, before I get to Adam West, I do want to give you something from William Dozer. Now, he is the executive producer of the movie and, of course, of the television show. He's actually the narrator. He's the one whose voice we hear, the dynamic duo, in the beginning, which is really, really interesting. I never knew that. He tells us that Adam West requested $150,000 for the film. Again, a lot of money, but they would cut it to $100,000. Yes, he made $100,000 during the course of this film. Now, you want to know what that is in 2019 valuation? Well, that is $807,418.24. Yes, he almost made close to $1 million in, now that is, again, a lot of money. I don't think he was starving at all. For that time, that was a good amount of money. Now, going back to what William Dozier was saying, he was saying that if he were given a non-Batman feature the following year, that they would pay him $125,000. But it was decided that they would recast with another actor and interviews would begin right away because they thought that was a lot of money. They also wanted to replace Robin because they started to see that he was becoming fairly popular and in higher demand. Again, money was an issue. But after reviewing the production reports, it appeared that he got $100,000, and in fact, there was never a second role for him as Batman in another movie. Now, how about the director of the film? Well, the director of this film was Leslie H. Martinson. He made $23,250 in 1966 US dollars. That is $187,724.74. Now, that's nothing to yawn at, but I will tell you that that is a lot less than Burgess Meredith. It's a lot less than Burt Ward. Again, he was the director. He was the one who was basically running the movie, and he had some big celebrities that he was coaching around, and he did make a lot less than some of them. Of course, a lot less than Adam West, but very interesting to note nevertheless. Also, the writer of the movie himself, Lorenzo Semple, he made $50,000, which is, again, pretty much more than any single person in the entire film, just below Adam West. So he made the most. Now, that includes the screenplay and the treatment itself. In 2019 valuation, that is almost $500,000 at $403,709.12. Now, what was the total budget for the entire movie? How long did it take? I'll let you know, and it is fairly simple. If you total everything up, the total budget for this movie was $1,432,000. Now, this was for a 26-day shooting schedule. Now, in 2019 money, that is $11,562,229.18. That is not that much. Let's say, I would say in those days it was a lot, but now, I mean, you could not make a feature pretty popular film for even $60 million, let alone $11 million. But there are some indie productions that are able to do that. As I said, it was a 26-day shooting schedule, 5 days on location, and 5 days second unit shooting, which is basically some shots where they didn't use Adam West or Burt Ward, but they used things like the production car, the Batmobile, other scenes, and then we use, I guess, doubles to do certain shots where they didn't want the actual actors to go. It would cost too much. So taking that into consideration, let me know what you think down below in the comments, guys and gals. Who do you think got ripped off? Who do you think made maybe too much money? I would love to hear it down below. If you want to see more videos just like this, let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. I'll see you next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. Thank you to my top contributors, Kenneth B. and Verbal Volley, as well as my Patreon supporters, Andrew, David, and Joe.